I'm delighted to introduce my friend Kathy Reichs to the author's studio. Kathy is a fascinating crime writer because her work is informed by her real-life job as a forensic anthropologist, and I think you're going to find what she has to say to be of great interest.
Write. Sit down every day, whether you feel like it or not, and write. And don't believe in writer's block. Just power on through. Bones to Ashes. There was just something about working with the Acadian people and something about the storyline in that one that just really compels me. I write every day that I'm free, every day that I'm not traveling or working on a case in the lab. I have to have a quiet place. I'm not someone who can write in a coffee shop. I have a beach house and my main house, and they both have studies where I can go in and close the door and be alone. I don't turn on a radio or a TV or anything. I need a quiet, secluded place. Chocolate and red wine. I do go through my email, I will admit that, and then every chapter is a file, and I open that file and I start at the beginning of the chapter of the file, and I work my way through to where I had left off the day before, and I'm editing, and that brings me up to speed on where I left off in my writing. The way I plan a book varies depending on the book that I'm planning. With my adult novels, I don't do that much outlining. With a Temperance Brennan book, I'll do maybe 6 or 8 chapters. I know how it's going to end, but it's pretty much free flow towards the ending. With the young adult books, the viral series, because I was writing with someone else, writing with my son, we did a very detailed outline because there were 2 of us and we had to be on the same page all along throughout the story. With Sunday Night, the new book, 2 Nights, I did a lot more outlining than normal, and that's because it was an entirely new character, new premise, new setting, so I did do significant outlining. Since you work with the dead and you work on autopsies, what is your thoughts about the afterlife? Do you believe there's life after death? I hate being asked those metaphysical questions. No comment. I've never lost any work because I work on a computer and I'm fanatic about backup. I think I hit the save key literally every minute or 2 at the most. So I have never had a disaster where I lost everything I'd written. It never occurred to me to be an author. I was a scientist and I wrote scientific books, textbooks, journal articles. Then I made full professor at the university, and I had a colleague who was writing fiction straight to paperback. I had just worked on a serial murder case in Montreal with dismemberment issues, and so I had the freedom to try something new, and I had a story idea, and I just thought I'd give fiction a try. Books that were written really, really well and books that were written really, really poorly. Because when I would read something really good, I would think, I really want to do that. And then I would learn from the books written really poorly and think, I'll never make those mistakes. So it's hard to pick individual books, but Silence of the Lambs, I think, is one of my favorite crime novels of all time. I love the Raymond Chandler, and I think that really affected my style a lot. To Kill a Mockingbird, which is not a crime novel, but an American classic. Those are some of my all-time favorites. And then I love the British humor. I love The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, and I'm working my way through the Terry Pratchett Discworld series.
Thanks, Kathy. It's no surprise to anybody who's just listened to you that you are one of the world's biggest selling authors. And there's loads more to come on the Author Studio. Stay tuned.